Hi guys, now before I should explain, yes, this channel is actually Skeppy's crib, 100% a crib, but obviously a crib can't talk, so the crib hired me, this egirl, to speak for them, and so I'm just gonna do it. So the crib gave me all these kinds of notes, as you can see here. Oh, I should explain what this is. This is Onlyhit Afterparty. I think that's the name that the crib decided to go with. But anyways, this is Onlyhit Afterparty. Now before I begin, it turns out Onlyhit just got terminated from Twitch, which is super sad and messed up, and they didn't get a warning. So please go tweet at Twitch support to save Onlyhit. I was not expecting this to happen the same day I was planning to do this series, but way to go, YouTube. Not YouTube, Twitch. Same thing, you know, they're both shitty platforms. But anyways, so I want to explain what this is. So Onlyhit has the segment on their show called the Weirdest Talkshow Ever, and it features Badboyhalo. And what happens is Badboyhalo invites a guest and he debates them on a topic. Usually the topics aren't that serious and they don't necessarily believe what they're saying, but I believe what I'm saying, or what the crib's saying. I agree with the crib too. The crib and I are close buds. We agree on a lot of things. But anyways, as I was saying, I take their debates, which you should check the link down below. I'm gonna link their YouTube archive of this debate that I'm taking right here. But I'm gonna take their debates and I'm gonna make my own opinions and my own arguments that either weren't included or I feel like could be argued a bit better or stuff like that. And I'll either argue against Bad or the guest, it depends. This week I'm arguing against Badboyhalo, but okay. So I'm taking all these points that weren't mentioned or addressed or things I thought about, and I'm just gonna counter them, and I'm not affiliated with Onlyhit yet. If you want to invite me on your show, feel free, but that's never gonna happen. But if Badboyhalo or A6D sees this, I love you guys. But anyways, they're never gonna invite me on. It would be amazing that they did though. But so I'm gonna bring all these points here, and today's debate topic on Thursday, I'm gonna check the time. Today's topic was you have to eat one baguette per day. International rule. Everyone has to eat a baguette. And Badboyhalo argued that yes, you should have to eat baguettes every day. One baguette every day. And he listed some silly reasons, and I'm here to counter them, because I don't agree. Man, I'm so cringy. They're over here being like, we're not serious, we don't mean this, and I'm just over here like, I mean everything I say. I mean the crib means everything I say. When I say I mean the crib, because the crib owns me, so yeah. Free me from the crib. Ha ha ha. Can't believe Skeppy got away. But anyways, so I'm gonna be checking my notes, and I'm sorry if I'm a bit awkward and stuff for the camera quality or the audio quality. My PC's not working the best. I mean, it is working, but it's like falling apart, and I'm too scared to use it, and I don't know how the camera's gonna be, because this is falling apart down here. So enjoy this, I guess. But yeah. So, let me get started. My first argument against baguettes being forced upon people is the fact that baguettes, I can't speak, oh my god, it'll make crime go up. You know, if it's a crime that you have to eat a baguette every day, then there's going to be more crime, because people are not going to want to eat a baguette every day, and you're making someone, a common normal person, a criminal. And what's cool about that? It's kind of like I'm not gonna get too deep in this, but it's kind of like weed, you know, where it's like it's just taking up police resources, prison resources, putting innocent people away, giving them a record for something that's not that big of a deal, and it would just make crime go up. And plus, speaking of crime, how would you actually be able to enforce someone eating baguette? Because usually, not always, some people go to restaurants and stuff, but people eat in their homes. And how are you gonna know if they ate a baguette or not? you're not gonna know. You might know they bought the baguette, but you don't know what they did with it, you know? So you can't enforce it. And it's just silly for a multitude of reasons. And plus some countries are too poor to just give everyone a baguette and enforce this. And Bad mentioned like, oh, with the water crisis, we'll just fix the water crisis. And it's like, because it'll make it a priority now. Bad. Little secret for you. It already is a priority. They're trying really hard. I know when I was in middle school, we raised water for South Sudan. There's a rumor that the school just pocketed the money, but we raised water for South Sudan for them to like build a well or something. So they are trying. And I don't think making a country give everyone a baguette is gonna help any to focus more on the water, because they're gonna be focusing on like, how are we gonna get these baguettes and stuff like that. And also, who's gonna pay for the baguettes? Are they gonna be free? Are they gonna be free for some people but not for other people? Is it gonna be like the school's free lunch program where some people, they can apply for this program and get free or reduced price, or they have to pay full price so they don't meet a certain requirement? Is that how it's gonna be? And who's gonna pay the workers for making the baguettes? And who's gonna be the workforce? Like everyone, like there's gonna be a huge demand for wheat farmers, and how are you gonna get that many wheat farmers? And like, you're gonna have to pay wheat farmers more because it's gonna be such a high demand job, and there's not gonna be enough people to produce this much wheat. Even if you did like a very modern type of farm, there's still people behind that, and the demand's gonna be crazy. Like, I don't understand how that's gonna work out there for you. So who's gonna pay for it? Like, if it's free, someone has to pay for it anyway. And also, here's the thing. Why baguettes? He keeps saying it's gonna solve world hunger, but I don't think it will. And plus, it's not nutritious enough. Baguettes are only like, I looked it up, it's like 160 or 200 calories. And you need 2,000 calories a day to be properly nourished. Nourish is the right word. And a baguette's not going to sustain you. And even though it has a good amount of not a that great amount, but like, it has a decent amount of calories, it has so little nutrients. And I know he keeps mentioning genetically modify it. Well, it's like, that's a good point, that you could genetically modify it, but that's even more work. And like, some people, they don't want to, I mean, there's genetically modified food everywhere. A lot of our food is genetically modified, but some people try to avoid as much GMO products as possible personally. And plus, like, the more stuff you add to it, the more unnatural it gets. And I don't think anyone wants to eat a baguette that's like mutated. But anyways, and plus the bread, it affects your heart and stuff, and more people are gonna get diabetes, and more people are gonna be obese. And obesity is a huge problem in the States as well as other countries, and it's just gonna go up, as well as high cholesterol and other kinds of problems. So it does not properly nourish anybody. I should say nourish. I'm English. I don't have an excuse like A6D. But anyways, and you did mention gluten-free baguettes, but they might not be all that available as much, or they're going to be really hard to come across. Like, I know Bad made a video complaining, like, there's gluten in everything. Like, it's so hard to get gluten-free products. And sure, like, if you had to eat a baguette every day, it's going to be hard to get it every day. You might be able to make some, but how many are you going to have to make? Are the people that are just gluten-free for choice going to have to stop being gluten-free because, they need to preserve the baguettes for the people that actually have a gluten intolerance? What else is there? Yeah, plus, back to how will you actually enforce it? Like, will people have to go to jail because they didn't eat a baguette or pay a fine? Another thing that I have to mention is, what about people with eating disorders? I used to have anorexia. I'm recovered now, obviously. I mean, I don't look like a skeleton anymore, but I'm recovered anorexic. Hi there! But anyways, I'm recovered anorexic, And it's just gonna, I agree people with anorexia should eat, and I mean, if they had to eat a baguette, they'd probably do it, but like, that's just very against mentally ill people to be like, you have to eat this now, and instead of being it on their own terms and making them a criminal for not eating something when they should really be getting support, like in an eating disorder treatment facility or something like that. It's not gonna be, and it's like, people with eating disorders, they're not gonna have an easy time, and they're not gonna be comfortable to eat a baguette, and we want people to build up comfort levels for eating food. It's not just a quick, right there process all like that, you know? It has to be worked on. And what about children and babies? Are they gonna have to eat a baguette? Are they gonna have to eat half a baguette? Like, are you gonna make kids criminals too for not eating a baguette? Like, is there a certain age where you have to start doing it? Like, what about them? Do they have to eat one too? And then he kept mentioning sizes of baguettes, like, oh, you can make it your own size and stuff like that. But then that takes away the purpose of it being a specific amount of calories to end world hunger, you know? And if it's a free product for everybody, it's probably going to be lower quality, and then how is the workers going to get paid? And it's just going to be rough. And some soil, there's soils that can't grow wheat as well, and they only grow a certain type of crop, and they won't be able to, and plus it's going to wreck our land to be producing this much wheat. And another point I want to make is, with all this wheat going towards these forced mandated baguettes, all other types of bread, they might be out the window. Like, why are we going to make this type of bread? We should be making baguettes. So your people's wheat bread, or their normal bread and all that kind of stuff, they're not going to be able to serve it because all the wheat is just going strictly to baguettes. And it'll be really hard to find products like wheat bread and all that kind of stuff, so it's not going to be enjoyable, and there's going to be no more other types of bread. You're going to have a baguette for everything. And I also want to mention, sorry I keep looking at my notes, Bad mentioned baguette swords, which I find really weird. Like, he was like, oh, if there's leftover baguette, they can take the baguette and leave it a few days and it'll become a weapon. You want to get people weapons? Like a sword, a baguette sword? Like, that's just going to increase violence. It becomes another way to threaten people. Or, yeah. Like, you want to give everyone a weapon that they can have. And plus, I don't even think baguette bread gets that hard to be an effective weapon. But let's just imagine that it does. The genetically modified baguette becomes a weapon. Some people shouldn't have any weapons. And it's promoting violence. And yeah, you did say something about, like, defending yourself, but it's like, it's just going to create more of a problem. Just like it creates more of a problem of, they're not going to have enough resources to make other kinds of food, and they're not going to focus on the water crisis because they have to make baguettes for everybody and all that kind of stuff. Another point I want to make about this is freedom. Freedom. People don't want to eat a baguette. People should have a choice in what they eat. It is cruel to be like, oh yes, you have to eat this. And then it being an everyday thing, it's gonna taste so bad and everyone's just gonna hate it. And it's taking away people's freedom and liberty to eat or not eat however they want. And yeah, I think that's all my points. I'm gonna check up really quick. Yeah, it's basically all my points. So summarizing, it'll increase crime. Regular people will become criminals. It's way too much of a problem and hassle to begin with. You're giving people weapons. It's not healthy. Like, I guess it's probably, like, not the worst thing you could eat, but it's not really good or nutritious. And we should have a thing where we give everyone meals. There is a way where we could make more food, not just baguettes, and we can give people enough meals, like at least 1,000 calories. We need 2,000 to live comfortably, but it's not going to end world hunger, like you said. And if anything, it's going to make more people hungry, because they have to eat a baguette, and that's like 160 calories. So yeah, and there's not enough people to work the wheat farms for the international wheat, and plus not enough soils have it, and there's not enough land, and land is going to be damaged. It's like, you know how you hear about Virginia and how they ruin their land with like the tobacco farms and all that stuff? That's what's going to happen with these wheat farms, and they're going to be overworked. There's not going to be enough wheat still. It's going to be hard to enforce. People's freedoms are being taken away. Allergies, that's a big one. He argued that they would make it other kinds, but that's a problem too, because what about people that just choose to and don't have an allergy or whatever? Children, and it's just a waste of resources and causes more problems for poor countries. So yeah, that's my opinion. I think I argued it well. Tell me down below what you think. And if you'd like more of this, I'm sorry for such a poor setup, but hey, at least you have an egirl to look at. So yeah, go follow Onlyhit. I would say subscribe, follow their Twitch, but that got terminated, so make sure to tweet at Twitch to reinstate their account. I guess it got taken down for a music video or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. So follow Badboyhalo, follow A6D and Onlyhit on the platforms, and also follow Skeppy's Crib on Twitter, and yeah. So anyway, I think that's all for today. Those are the Crib's points. I wish they could argue it for you instead, but they chose me to represent them, because I can actually talk, so yeah. Bye! Make sure to subscribe too, and I hope you enjoy these Onlyhit after parties. We'll see if they even happen anymore, because Twitch terminated their channel, but whatever.